Welcome back! Today we are going to learn how to add and subtract big numbers. We are going to do this by breaking up the second number. Let's take a closer look. Let's take a look at this sum, 24 plus 15. To start, we are going to put a red square around the first number. This reminds us not to touch it. The second number, we're going to put a blue circle around it and make it into a bond tree. When we are doing this adding method, we always break the second number up into tens and ones. In this case, we would break the 15 up into 10 and 5, because 15 is made up of 1 10 and 5 ones. When we are adding, we always add the tens first. So we'll bring down the 24, which we aren't going to touch, and we're going to add the 10 from the 15. So our sum will read 24 plus 10 equals 34. Now that you've added the 10, it's always a good idea to cross it out. Now we need to add our ones. We are going to add the 5 ones to our answer of 34. So our sum will read 34 plus 5 equals 39. Let's try another one. This sum reads 21 plus 24. Our first step is to put a red square around the first number. This reminds us that we are not going to touch it. The second number, we put a blue circle around and make it into a bond tree. For our two parts of our bond tree, we always break it up into tens and ones. The number 24 is made up of 2 tens, so 20, and 4 ones. Now we're ready to do our first sum. Remember, we always want to add the tens first from our second number. So we're going to bring down the 21 that's in the red square, and we're going to add the 20 from the 24. So 21 plus 20 equals 41. Now that we've used the 20, we must cross it out so that we know we mustn't use it again. Now we need to add the 4 ones. We are going to use the 41 from our answer and add the 4 ones. So our sum will read 41 plus 4 equals 45. Try this next sum on your own. The sum reads 33 plus 34 equals. Remember to pause the video to give yourself time to think. Let's see how you did. To start, we put a red square around the first number to remind us not to touch it. The second number, we make it into a bond tree. Our two parts of our bond tree would have been 30 and 4, because 30 and 4 make up 34. Now we're ready to do our sums. We are going to bring down the 33 from the red square, and we're going to add the tens first. So our sum is going to read 33 plus 30 equals 63. Next, we need to add the ones. We are going to use the 63, and we're going to add the 4 ones to that. So our sum was going to read 63 plus 4 equals 67. Well done if you got that all right. Next, let's tackle subtraction. It's very similar to addition, except now we need to remember to minus and not add. Let's look at this first sum, 27 minus 13. Just like addition, we always put a red square around the first number. This reminds us that we're not going to touch it or break it up. We put a blue circle around the second number and still break up the second number into tens and ones. Let's break our 13 up into tens and ones. 13 is made up of 1 10 and 3 ones. Just like addition, we are going to subtract the tens first. We are going to bring down the 27, which is in the red square, and we are going to subtract the 10 from the 13. So our sum will read 27 minus 10 equals 17. Now that we've used the 10, we can cross it out. All that is left is to minus our ones. So we're going to use our 17 from our answer and subtract the 3 ones. So our sum will read 17 minus 3 equals 14. Let's look at another one. This sum reads 39 minus 15 equals. We're going to start by putting a red square around the first number to remind ourselves that we're not going to touch it or break it up. Second number, we're going to put a blue circle around and make it into a bond tree. Next, we need to break up the 15 into tens and ones. 15 is made up of 1 10 and 5 ones. Now we're going to bring down the 39, which is in the red square, and we're going to subtract the 10 from the 15. So our sum will read 39 minus 10 equals 29. Now that you've used the 10, you can cross it out. All that is left to do is subtract the ones. You're going to use the 29 from your answer and subtract the 5 ones from the 15. So your sum will read 29 minus 5 equals 24. Now it's time to do one on your own. This sum reads 37 minus 25 equals. Remember to pause the video to give yourself some time to think. Good luck! Let's see how you did. Firstly, you should have put a red square around the first number to remind yourself not to touch it or break it up. Then you should have made a bond tree out of your second number and broken it up into tens and ones, which would have been 20 and 5. Now you're ready to subtract the tens first. You should have brought down the 37 from the red square and subtracted the 20 from the number 25. Your sum will read 37 minus 20 equals 17. You've used the 20 and so now you can cross it out. Now we need to minus our ones. We are going to use the 17 from our answer and subtract the 5 ones from our 25. So your sum will read 17 minus 5 equals 12. Excellent job. Well done. You did really well. Now you can go and try some on your own.